your good selves. Realistically, you think you've got a great chance at getting those 6 points to be champions?
100%.
And that was no shadow of a doubt, and you both said it at the same time, so that's brilliant. Good. And how are the lads feeling about it?
To be honest, today, before when we spoke on the training on Friday night, I was a little bit nervous about the cup today. Disappointed they couldn't, the game wasn't played, but they still won the cup. But I think for the coming games, if you like, they're confident. They're switched on, they're focused, and they want to win. But having said that though, we are as a team, and we've always emphasised this, we're not all about winning. We're about developing the boys, for the future of the club as well. You can lose a few games and learn from it as opposed to just winning all the time. And the other teams are about that, but we're not. So it's about playing the game. Grassroots football is all about that. It's a grassroots sport as well. So.
And it's really refreshing to hear that, because I think we've all been there, seen it, witnessed it, heard stories of on the sidelines at youngsters' games, parents kicking off, coaches taking it far too serious when they're youngsters. All they want to do is have a bit of fun, right? That's all they want to do. Now that's refreshing to hear. So during the season, you'd have had some ups and downs, like you alluded to. Is there one standout game that you can refer to?
It's a difficult one. There's been so many.
If you the local derby was one against Vulcan.
Okay.
If you're familiar with those, that was a
quarter. It was round the term before the quarter final, so maybe round 5 or whatever. We played Vulcan. It was quite a feisty affair, but. Si Howard, we got a lot of respect for him. He used to be a coach at us when he left and formed a team in Vulcan, so it added to the spice of the game.
Okay.
But we won 2-0, and there was no loss at the end of the game. We all shook hands, and it was a good affair, but it was a cracking game to watch.
Brilliant. And it's nice to have those local rivalries, right? You look forward to it, don't you? And it adds a little bit of tension to what you do. And some people will know each other, either work or live closely or drink in the same pubs.
Well, we all know from that game, particularly not all the boys. Well, they all go to pretty much most of them go to the same high school.
Right. Okay.
So it was definitely a really local. In that sense.
I think one other pivotal game was I think our second home game of the season. We played Runcorn Linnets, and they won the Premier League the season before.
Right.
And we won with a last-minute penalty. I think Riley Gregory scored it, and to be honest, that set us on our way because it made us believe we can compete in this league. And lo and behold, we're top of the league now with 3 games to go. So yeah, can't wait.
It's a good point, Carl, because we got promoted. We've always been a promoted team. We've worked literally from the ground. But some of the teams have worked probably maybe slotted straight into the Premier League, which we're in now. But we haven't, we've done it the hard way.
Yeah.
Worked up. We're now top of the league in the Premier League. Do it the right way, sharing game time, building all the confidence and the lads up. Not showing people they're not good enough. We've built it up. And now where we are,
And that adds to the proudness, the pride that you can... look, the first time I met you guys, right, and you can just feel that pride sitting here emanating from you. And fair play, because it's, the dedication that goes into joining a league and playing week in, week out, turning up. And I know that it's not just training and matches. There's a lot of organising behind the scenes, a lot of phone calls and texts, and a lot of mileage in your cars. You've both got, commitments at home and work and all that sort of thing. So, fair play to you guys, and it's great that you can celebrate with that. And the boys... At this age, are they still... That commitment level, is it still there where it needs to be, or do you have to push them a little bit?
Oh, I think certain boys have to be pushed at certain parts of their sort of growth into adulthood, if you like. But some players, they turn up every training session, every match, and they're going to be. But I think the certain players that we've had to push this season, I think at the start of the season they've come along that journey, and now they're starting to progress where they want it. I think the cup success and the league success is helping. They can see the goal and everyone's on board. I mean, this training sessions that we had this week going into the final, every player has never listened so much in their life.
Wow.
They were so focused on the game, and it was a pleasure to be a part of it, to see someone's determination to win as a team, and it was brilliant.
you get that buzz coming off of that training pitch, don't you, at the end of it, like you can't wait for the next game. So, no, that's brilliant to hear. Absolutely fantastic. Well, look, guys, I know it's been a tough season. 3 games to go. You've won the cup. Now it's focused on that. But before we do go, is there any shout-outs you want to give, either together or a single person or anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, first of all, to our sponsors, Shaky J's, which is on the High Street in Newton Wells. Chris, who's the owner, we were very fortunate for him to pay for our kits this year. So definitely a big shout out to him. The other one actually will be to the club. They supported us. Like when we found out we were going to the final, I mean, endlessly supported us in new balls, new cones, new bibs, all sorts of stuff, and also to let us play on the first team pitch last week for the semi-final, which they don't do for many teams. So I would say another great shout out. I guess to the parents as well. Yeah,
to be the parents, it's a big thing to the parents. It's the winter months, isn't it? November, December, when they've got to get in the car and drop the kids off at training and stand on the touchline. Without the parents, none of this would be possible. So big thank you to them.
No, brilliant. Well, guys, look, thank you very much for coming on to the pod. I know I'm eating into your beer time, but congratulations today. Well-worthy winners, and good luck for the rest of the season. Let's hope you're champions and bring it home.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Okay, cheers.
Well, as you can hear there, a brilliant interview, but the background noise really did interrupt some of the noise there. But I hope you did capture the passion that Carl and Steve showed there, and just really how they built the club up. So they started as an academy team. 6 of those players are still playing for the team now, 8 years on. Brought them up all the way through to the Premier League, and now sitting top of that league, won the Presidential Cup and going for the double with a real opportunity to get that double. An amazing tale and real Royal Rovers stuff, if I'm honest with you. But congratulations to those 2 gentlemen. You can hear the passion that they have for what they do at the club. And with the lads, and also as you heard there, they become really good friends as well, speaking a couple of times a day, every day, and that's just what the power of sport does. And we see it across the world. When there's tragedy, sport comes together. But more locally in grassroots sport, you've got 2 gentlemen there that probably didn't know each other very well, and both come together to put the team and together and get those lads playing and grown it. And put so much time and effort in together that they're the best of mates as well. A real good story and something that, really should be applauded. The boys down there as well, like I said, you could just feel the buzz at the end of that end of the day, really. They've just won the cup and they're going on for the double. Now, what an achievement that would be. And hopefully we can get down there on the 28th of May. Hopefully they can play their home game at the club on the first team pitch and bring that double home. That'd be an amazing achievement and a real celebration. And like we said, it's the Champions League final on the same night. And I know there's a lot of locals here that are Liverpool fans, and there's every opportunity that they may get through to that final as well. So it could be a massive celebration. Now, it wasn't the only team at the club on Saturday. As you can hear, it was very noisy, and once those rugby boys come in, the noise levels really did grow, and you can hear that from Alfie Rowe's interview. I'm going to interview next. He's a quiet young lad. He's done exceptionally well, but I think in the background his mates were sort of pulling faces at him and trying to distract him somewhat. Some people were being a bit more supportive, but you could really hear it, and I really felt for him. But he gave a fantastic interview, and what a strong young lad, and amazing to bring some of the players on. And we'll continue to bring more and more players onto the podcast because, let's be honest, that club cannot run without the players, and now of all ages, all sexes. But yeah, it's only right that we get some of those on. Superstars, some of the guys that have been there a long time, maybe some that have just joined, and they can give their experiences as well. But next interview is Alfie, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Do you love the club? Are you a member, player or a fan? Visit our website nlwsports.co.uk for everything Newton the Willows Sports Club. Keep up to date with the latest news and progress of all of our sports teams, as well as what's going on at the club. nlwsports.co.uk. Well, here I am down at the club, and I'm delighted to introduce Alfie Rowe, a player from the Newton Storm under-14s. Alfie, how are you?
Good.
You just played a big game today. How did the game go?
All right, we won I don't know, by a lot, 34 points.
So it was all right, and you won by 34 points. I think you just underestimated what a good game that was.
Yeah, it was fine. It was tiring. I do a lot.
And how did you get on personally? How was your game today?
Very good.
In what way? What was very good? What did you do?
I scored 6 tries, now I'm going to Saints.
You scored 6 tries.
And I've been invited to Saints.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, on the back of today's game?
Yeah.
Wow, when does that start? Do you know?
In 3 weeks.
Congratulations. I bet you made up as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And is that the team you support?
Yeah.
So you scored 6 tries, and Saints are the team you support, and they've asked you to go along and play. It couldn't get much better for you today, could it?
No.
Brilliant, well done. So, Alfie, when did you start with Storm?
When I was 5.
When you was 5?
Yeah.
So you've been playing all that time, and you've grown into the game and still loving the game as much as you did?
Yeah.
And how's the season gone so far? Has it gone good, bad, indifferent?
Very good. We're at the top of the league. Winning by 200 points.
Wow.
Not lost a game yet.
You haven't lost a game yet. How many games you played, do you know?
5.
5.
Yeah.
5 games. Ah, well done. And what's the expectations for the season? What do you want to get out of this season?
To win the league and win the shield.
Really? And you're on track for that now. Obviously, top of the league, not lost a game, so...
Got kicked out of the cup because the team was meant to be in a high division, so now we're in the shield.
Okay. And what about local rivals? Do you have any local rivals you get to play this season?
Rivals.
Have you played them yet or not?
No.
So you'll be a big game. Looking forward to that. And what about you personally? So you've just already said to us that you've been invited to go along to Saints. Are you nervous? Are you excited? A bit of both?
Not really, because I'm at Wigan as well, so I'm not going to know. I know what it's like.
Really? Oh wow! So you're at Wigan as well. I think you underestimate you. So you just slipped that in really quietly there. You didn't. You know, you've won by 34 points today. You've had 6 tries. You know, I think you're underselling yourself a little bit, lad.
No, I just guard.
So what position do you play?
Loose ball.
Loose forward. And is that preferred position or what the coaches tell you? Is it? Brilliant. Well, listen, well done today, and being at Wigan, fantastic. Congratulations for getting called up to Saints as well. And yeah, all the best for the rest of the season. Cheers, Alfie. Thank you. What an amazing interview there by Alfie. As I said, not the easiest for him, with all of his teammates and coaches in the background making an absolute racket, let's be honest. Just before he come on to do the interview, he put the headphones on, and these microphones are, I promise you, they're super sensitive. They'll pick up just about any noise and really accentuate it as well. And the whole of the playing team and the coaching staff and some of the parents were in the background, and they were geeing Alfie on just before he come on, before we pressed record. And the noise, it almost burst his eardrums just as he had those headphones on, and we had to ask them to politely quieten down a bit. But it was brilliant to hear the excitement in and around the club for Alfie, and so, you know, you could just sense that the guys really wanted him to do this interview, and they were really proud of him. And he should be really proud of himself, you know, on the back of that game today, and I'm sure a few other games. He's been invited to go down to Saints. Now, the team he supports, to go and have a play with those guys down there, which is an amazing achievement. So we all know that St Helens having a fantastic time of it at the moment, top of the Super League. But what Alfie didn't say until a little bit after was he's already at Wigan. So he knows what to expect when he gets down there in terms of nerves and expectation, what he needs to do. But he just, you know, just so undersold himself. And especially the fiercest of rivals. You know, Wigan and St Helens, there aren't much bigger rivalry in rugby league. So fair play, and let's wish Alfie all the best. You know, 6 tries in a game at the weekend. I think the coaching staff also give him hit of the day as well. So I think he made a real big tackle on one of the opposition players. But again, he just kept it so calm, kept it in his stride.